Welcome to my user adaptive coursework use case by myself, Adam Brown. This is Chris. Chris wants to eat new and exciting foods, remain healthy, stick to his vegetarian diet, and be environmentally friendly. However, recently he's been struggling to do so. Chris decides to sign up for my application, which recommends recipes that are both healthy for him and environmentally friendly. As shown on screen, when signing up, he enters some personal information. Specifically, the age, sex, diet type, and allergies fields are used to build his user profile. This will be crucial in helping make sure that the recipes recommended for him are still healthy. Chris then completes a short quiz asking him questions about which type of food he likes. This information is then extracted and is used to define his palate, which will be used to help recommend him recipes that he will enjoy. Chris then comes to our homepage, which is personalised to him. Today's recommendations are based off of his diet and over his palate, which has been decided by his earlier quiz results. Chris decides to search for chili con carne in the search bar, and the results returned are filtered based on his diet and needs, these being vegetarian, which he mentioned that he was when signing up, and also high in protein with a low carbon footprint, matching his wants and health needs. At this point, Chris decides to take a break from the app and decides to return to it when it's closer to his dinner time. Upon returning to the application, Chris notices some changes in his daily recommendations. His earlier search for chili con carne has had an impact on the recommendation filtering, meaning that he's now had his vegetarian chili con carne that he searched for earlier recommended, as well as vegetarian korma. The korma has been recommended because it is a spicy food like chili con carne, which is similar to the search that Chris did earlier, as well as Chris's answers in the quiz indicating that he enjoyed spicy foods. Chris then decides to have a look at the vegetarian korma. He notices that the ingredients have been specifically personalised to him, with tofu being removed due to him being allergic. He also notices that the avocado ingredient is highlighted in red, with the option for him to replace it with something else which is slightly more eco-friendly. Chris decides to remove the avocado, which is then represented by tomatoes being added to the ingredient list instead, which are highlighted in green to show that they have a better carbon footprint score. Upon completing the recipe, Chris is asked to rate it on the scale of 1 to 5. In this instance, Chris decides to rate it 4 out of 5 stars. Upon returning to the application the next day, Chris's recommendations are based on the following factors. Of course, his initial diet and quiz results are also taken into play, as well as his search results in the search bar, and of course his rating of yesterday's meal. As we can see here, we have a jalfrezi and vindaloo being recommended to Chris. This is based on the fact that in the quiz he said he liked spicy foods, he was searching for the spicy foods in the search bar, and he rated a recipe that he had the day before, which was also a curry specifically, very highly. These two recipes here are very similar to the meal that he had yesterday in our graph, and so have been recommended to our user.